Norah was born in a small, forgotten village surrounded by endless fields and dusty roads that seemed to lead nowhere. Life did not greet her with comfort or promise. Her mother passed away when she was still too young to understand the meaning of death, and her father disappeared shortly after, leaving behind only questions and silence. From that moment, Norah learned that survival was not a choice. It was a necessity. She was raised by her grandmother, an old woman whose hands were rough from years of hard labor, but whose heart was soft and full of wisdom. They lived in a small mud house with a leaking roof and very little food. Some nights they slept hungry, listening to the wind whisper through the cracks of their home. Yet, in that hardship, Norah found something powerful. Hope, though fragile, never left her completely. Every morning, Norah would walk several kilometers to school barefoot. The road was harsh, stones cut her feet, and dust stained her uniform. But she never missed a day. Education became her escape, her secret door to another world. While other children complained about homework, Norah saw it as a privilege. She knew that knowledge was the only key that could unlock the chains of poverty around her life. But life continued to test her. When she was 13, her grandmother fell seriously ill. There was no money for treatment, no hospital nearby with proper facilities. Norah watched the only person who had ever loved her slowly grow weaker. During that painful time, she began working after school, washing clothes for neighbors, selling small fruits by the roadside, and doing any job she could find. Her childhood faded quickly, replaced by responsibility far beyond her age. Despite everything, Norah never stopped dreaming. She dreamed of becoming someone important, someone who could change not only her life, but also the lives of others like her. Many people in her village laughed at her dreams. They told her she was wasting time, that people like her never escape poverty. But Norah did not listen. She believed that destiny was not written by where you are born, but by what you choose to become. Years passed, and through endless struggle, she completed her secondary education with excellent results. It was one of the proudest moments of her life, but also one of the most difficult. There was no money for university. Once again, she faced a wall that seemed impossible to climb. But Norah refused to stop there. She moved to a nearby town and started working as a cleaner in a small office. The work was tiring and the pay was little, but she used every spare moment to study. She would wake up before sunrise, clean offices during the day, and study at night under a dim light. Many times exhaustion brought her close to giving up, but she remembered her grandmother's words. The strongest people are not those who never fall, but those who rise every time they fall. One day, something unexpected happened. The manager of the office noticed her dedication. He saw her reading books during breaks, writing notes on scraps of paper, and asking questions about business and administration. Impressed by her determination, he offered her a scholarship to continue her education while working part-time. That opportunity changed everything. Norah studied with even more passion. She excelled in her courses, learning about business management and leadership. Over time, she rose from a cleaner to an assistant and later to an administrative officer. Each step was not just a promotion, it was a victory over her past struggles. Years later, Norah founded a small organization aimed at helping children from poor backgrounds access education. She knew exactly what it felt like to be forgotten by the world, and she was determined that no child should feel the same pain she once endured. Her organization grew slowly at first, but with time it gained recognition. Scholarships were created, school supplies were distributed, and many children who once had no hope began to dream again. Norah became a symbol of resilience in her community, a living proof that beginnings do not define endings. Yet even with success, she remained humble. She never forgot the dusty roads of her village, the hunger she once endured, or the nights she cried silently while studying. Those memories were not scars to her. They were reminders of how far she had come. One evening, Norah returned to her village after many years. The same small mud houses stood there, but she was no longer the same girl who had left. Children ran around playing barefoot, just as she once did. She gathered them and told them her story, not as a tale of suffering, but as a message of hope. She told them, "Your beginning does not decide your ending. Your pain can become your strength. Your dreams are valid even when no one believes in them." As the sun set over the horizon, Nora stood quietly, looking at the place that shaped her. She realized something powerful. Her journey was never just about escaping poverty. It was about transforming pain into purpose and struggle into strength. And so, Nora's story continued, not as a girl who was once poor and broken, but as a woman who turned her life into light for others walking in darkness.